All right, so hi. Today I want to be talking a little bit about Slaughterhouse-Five by Kurt Vonnegut, which is a common book in high schools and on bookshelves across the world as bookshelves slowly diminish. But it's it's by Kurt Vonnegut, who recently, actually a few years ago, he recently died. Rest in peace. Is that what it is? Anyway, Um, so I figured, we should, remember him. He's very important to American literature. He's very satirical, uh, and that's something that you have to go into his novels knowing that he's sarcastic. He's crazy. Was crazy. So basically, if you want to have your mind pulled in like every direction, read Kurt Vonnegut, and he really doesn't give any explanation ever. So good luck with that. Um, so it's really like reading an open book because you can just take it any way that you want. But it's difficult. It's difficult to read. I made the stupid uh, mistake of taking this book with me to the beach. I know. Can't you tell I got a tan? Like, I'm looking at myself right now on my computer screen, and I'm sorry. I probably shouldn't have worn black, but Gettysburg is kick-ass, and everyone should go. It's hard enough reading a book on a beach in general, even if it's like Twilight or something. But Vonnegut makes it difficult to read uh, in like the quietest library in the world. Because he just throws all these details at you, and they don't seem like details because it's very easy to read, but very difficult to understand, if that makes sense. So when you're opening really any of his books, especially Slaughterhouse-Five, he's not writing a story. He's not writing like, the quest to Mordor. It's an explanation as to why the world isn't right. And how do you explain that? And do you explain that? Can you explain that? I don't think I have an answer for that. I don't think really anybody does. But it's a critique. Heavy, heavy satire of the world surrounding us. Unlike Cat's Cradle, if you've ever read Cat's Cradle, just to have like a little reference point in this giant light. Unlike Cat's Cradle, which seems to be like a much easier read, Vonnegut really pushes the envelope here. He really pushes his skills to a level that even he knows he oversteps, which I don't want to give the book away, even though there's no story for the most part, but he really kind of draws this line. You can't see that. He draws, here's my iPhone, he draws this line through this little nubbin, and he steps over it. But it doesn't really make the book any less exciting just because it's not an easier read, because it is thrilling and it's a captivating book, and it kind of almost infects you with its language and its thoughts. And what I mean by that is there's this repeated phrase, so it goes, which I think I read or saw something like, I don't know, like a year and a half ago or something. It was like right after his death, that like one of the most popular sayings that in literature to tattoo on one's body was "so it goes." so it goes, like it's like "c'est la vie." It's just a very common phrase that he uses, and it makes it haunting. He makes the term "so it goes" haunting and infectious, and which kind of works with the theme of our world and what's wrong with it. But it's the main character's repetition of this phrase, and the repetition of events in the character's mind that creates this whirlwind, a literal cacophony. Ooh, good word there. Cacophony of thought that is all at once quite human and flawed, which again makes it hard to read. I keep saying that over and over again, and I want to offer my support for this book because it is something that can be read. It is something that can be digested, but it needs time to digest. You know, it's like eating a heavy meal. You don't want to just nom 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 and be done with it. It won't work that way. So, yeah, Kurt Vonnegut's Slaughterhouse-Five. Excellent book. Definitely a 5-star rating. But yeah, so go out to your local bookstore if it's still open, and buy this book because it's a good one. It's one that is worth it, at least in my regard. So this is Diane, and I have just reviewed Slaughterhouse-Five at 5 stars and worthy of reading, definitely, but just not on a beach. Don't bring the book on vacation with you. Read it in the library or on your couch without your kids yelling, without your dog needing to go out to the bathroom. Read it quietly, slowly, give it time to digest. You'll get through it and you'll love it. And thanks for watching, and I'll be around reviewing more books as I go along. Thanks again. Until next time.